Alright, this video we're going to do a motor controller assembly. So with a blank workspace we want to save it, and the reason we're saving it is we have to have a file name before we can drag parts into it. And I'm going to do a -2 just because I already have an assembly put together. So click Save, and in our blank space the first part we're going to bring over is the motor control housing. I'm going to left click and drag that onto the screen. If you didn't have a name on it, it would warn you that it can't do it. So I'm going to go ahead and spin this up 90 degrees and I'm going to say OK. And I just wanted to orient it so that this face is our front. So next thing, I want to right click on this part and say I want to ground it so that it's anchored in kind of virtual space. I can't click or drag it anymore. Next thing, drag the battery box onto the workspace. Just going to drag it off to the side, and I am going to spin it around 90 degrees this way, and then I want to flip it so that this cutout is on the bottom. So I'm going to rotate that 180 degrees down and hit OK. So this hole will be pointing this way, and that notch for the switch down like that. So let's go ahead and join these together. So I'm going to go under Assemble, click Joint. You have to click the word, it's the second one down, and I'm going to rotate this around. I'm going to zoom in on this face, and I'm hovering the mouse over that face. I'm going to hold down Control and snap to this midpoint, left click. And I'm going to look up on the inside here, zoom in, and I'm going to move the mouse cursor on this face, hold down Control, and snap to that midpoint. So I'm going to click right, so I'm kind of looking down in it, and we can kind of see we've got a gap where we're kind of hovering in space. So I'm going to drag this down, and I'm going to rotate a little bit because I've had this lip here. And so I want to be able to see that. So I'm going to drag this down a little further, and I'm just trying to visually get it kind of close. And that's pretty good. So I'm going to say OK to that. And so now that's anchored to the first part. Next one we want to get is our motor controller PCB. I'll left click and drag that onto the scene. Just kind of move it out of the way. And I'm going to spin this 90 degrees like that. Say OK. I'm going to use the joint command again. And I'm just going to pick one of these holes, and I'm just going to rotate and make sure I'm snapping to the center of that hole on the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and snap it to the center of this hole. I want to make sure I'm on top of it. Left click and say OK. Next part, let's go ahead and grab the motor and drag it up where I can see it. And let's see, I'm just going to spin this around 90 degrees. That flat notch on this, I do want it on the bottom, so I'm going to spin it around and snap to 180 and say OK. So the next thing we're going to do is the joint command, and I'm just going to pick the center of that kind of arc there. I'll go up here, and I'm going to hold down Control and snap to the center here. And it's kind of flipped it on us, so I'm going to hit the flip button. And that's the way I want that. And I'm just going to drag this in and out. And I'm just going to center it up visually kind of as best I can. So as long as it's kind of close, I'm good there. I'm going to say OK. Next thing, I have provided a fan blade. Hopefully you've already uploaded that. So I'm going to drag the fan blade on. And I'm just going to spin that around 90 degrees. You don't have to get it in the right orientation. It just helps when you're applying the joint command sometimes. So I'm going to say OK. And I'm going to rotate around. And I want to zoom in on this fan blade. little bit of a pause there due to a mouse issue. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to say joint. And I'm trying to pick the point on there. It's snapped to a feature already, so I'm going to deselect it by hitting X. And I want to pick kind of down in the bottom of this hole. Left click that. Now I'm going to zoom out and I want to click at the end of this post. And it is not oriented like we want. So I'm going to cancel that. And I guess one thing I want to do is let's go ahead and fix the geometry on this blade. Because if you notice when I look down in there, I've got this kind of multiple surfaces. And basically I've extruded that hole a little too deep. So let's edit this real quick. The fan blade. I'm going to click Edit in Place, the little pencil. And I'm going to say Revert Position. And I'm going to say OK. And so now I've got my history of this. And I'm going to find where I put that hole in. And that's this extrude here. So I'm going to double left click on that extrude. And I'm going to drag this out just a little bit. Let's just say -0.2. Hit enter. And I'm going to look down in that hole and make sure that it's nice and kind of clean in there, that there's just a circle. And that's what I want. So 0.2 is good. I'm going to click to say Finish, Edit in Place. And now when we apply the joint command, it should look, or should work a lot better. So I'm going to go to Joint, zoom in, I'm going to rotate, and just make sure I'm snapping to the bottom of that hole. Left click, and zoom in here and click the center of that shaft, and that looks pretty good. And I'm going to change the motion type from rigid to revolute and say OK. So now when I apply this, or I should say click on a blade and try to spin it, I can. Alright, so let's see, what else do we want to do? I want to get a couple of pan head screws to screw this in place. And we're not going to model those, but we're going to insert those from the McMaster-Carr website. So I'm going to go Insert, and I'm going to say Insert McMaster-Carr Component. And I'm going to type in pan screw and select pan screws. And I'm just going to go through here and pick out what I want. So system of measurement is going to be inches. Scroll down. The length we want is 3/8 of an inch. And I'm going to keep scrolling down. The drive style is going to be Phillips. And it's just kind of filtering through the fastener here. So we've got a steel material. We've got zinc plated. Keep scrolling down. The head type, there's only one at this point. It's rounded, so I really don't have to pick that. And let's see, I think the screw size, I'm trying to remember here, I think it's a number 4. And I'm going to have a pointed tip. Keep going down here. And I think it's going to be good enough to give us what we want. So this is what we should have. And I want to pick this part number, so this A108. Left click on it. And for the CAD file here, actually let me scroll this window down a little. You want to pick a 3D step file, 3D step, and click download. And what's neat is it brings it straight in to Fusion for us. So I'm going to spin that fastener around and click OK. I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of this. So with nothing selected, I'm going to hit Escape to make sure I don't have anything picked. I'm going to go to Move Copy. I'm going to pick a component. And with that highlighted, I got to hit the checkbox here, Create Copy, and drag and say OK. So every once in a while, you'll click on Move Copy, pick the item, and that'll be grayed out. Typically, all you have to do is hit Cancel, and do it again, and it will allow you to place it. So now we're just going to insert this into our assembly. So I'm going to do joint, I'm going to zoom in, and I've got the mouse cursor on this face. I'm going to hold down Control and then left click to snap to the center of that face, and I'm going to click to place it there. And it doesn't have to be revolute. In fact, I'm going to change it to rigid and say OK. And we want to do the same thing for the other fastener. So I'm going to say joint, zoom in, hover over that face, hold down Control, move the mouse to the center and left click. And we're just going to put 2 fasteners in on opposite corners and say OK. So one thing I do want to show you is the section view command. It's kind of neat to see how the screw does kind of cut into the plastic of the housing. So we're going to go Insert, actually Inspect. We want to do Section Analysis. I'm just going to click on this outside face, and this arrow, when I drag it in, you should see the hole kind of come together for the fastener. Click on right, and I'm just going to zoom in on this so we can kind of see it. And you can see how the thread is actually cutting into our plastic to kind of hold it in place. And that we also have enough clearance so that it doesn't bottom out here on the bottom. So I don't need to save this section analysis. I'm just going to hit Cancel, rotate out, and your screenshot for this. Before you take it, zoom in just a little bit, and I want you to turn off joints. That way these little icons will go away. And that's going to be the screenshot I want to get from you. If you haven't put your name on the little circuit board piece, if you would edit that part, just make a sketch on that surface, add text, extrude it out a small amount, and that'll take care of that. So that's it for the motor controller assembly.